They're wasting no time getting started in playoff marble soccer. Argentina strikes off the kickoff. Rios surges forward, slots home at 4 minutes. Sizzling strike. The Argentine fans erupt. Argentina versus India kicks off the quarterfinals. A blazing rivalry pitting Group A's champions against Group B's gritty runners-up. India fights back after the early goal, piling pressure. Bianchi, Argentina's keeper, stands tall, making save after save, barking orders to his defense. First half sees Argentina's defense tested. Bianchi's heroics keep India at bay, marbles flying in a tense battle. The crowd whistles at 34 minutes, restless from the lack of goals after that early spark. They crave more action. Second half ignites. Argentina, led by Rios, rides high after topping their group, while India's Dars and Singh aim to stun the favourites. Argentina's attack sparkles with flair, but India's relentless spirit keeps them dangerous. Das intercepts a goalie clear, feeds Roy for a sharp goal at 63 minutes. Singh sets up Roy for a one-touch rocket at 67 minutes. Electrifying blow. The stadium shakes. Argentina stumbles. A defensive mispass ricochets off their goalie at 75 minutes. Another Indian goal. Shocking twist. The Indian fans go wild. India makes a late charge. Marbles flooding Argentina's end. Bianchi and his defense scramble. And there's the whistle. Get set. Italy versus South Africa blazes into the quarterfinals. A fierce clash pitting Group C's champions against Group D's tenacious runners-up. Italy, led by Moretti's flair, aims to dominate, while South Africa's Zwane and Sithole bring relentless energy. Italy's attack thrives on precision, but South Africa's gritty spirit makes them a dangerous underdog. Both teams charge out, marbles surging with intent. Italy probes early. South Africa counters with bold aggression. South Africa breaks through. Sithole feeds Zwane, who slots at home at 32 minutes. Sizzling strike. The South African fans erupt. First half tightens, Italy pushing back. Both sides trade attacks, but defences hold firm, keeping the scoreline close. Second half sparks. Moretti pounces on a rebound off the post at 52 minutes. Maseko responds with a hard shot, ricochets off a defender at 56 minutes. Zwane turns provider, sets up Ndlovu for a slow roller that sneaks through at 64 minutes. Off the kickoff, Van Wyk grabs a loose ball, drives it home at 68 minutes. Electrifying strike, the South African bench explodes. That surge may be enough to clinch the next round. Marbles flooding South Africa's end. The pressure builds, but South Africa's defence stands tall. Late drama unfolds. Bianchi sets up De Luca for a goal at 86 minutes, but it's too little, too late, and there's the whistle. Let's dive in. USA versus Brazil ignites the quarterfinals. A blockbuster rivalry pitting Group B's champions against Group A's gritty runners-up. The USA, riding high from their group stage dominance, faces Brazil's flair-driven squad, hungry for redemption. USA's triplet of Caim forwards brings explosive energy, while Brazil's Nascimento and Ribeiro weave magic on the pitch. Both teams burst out, marbles zipping with purpose. USA breaks through. Caim fires home at 31 minutes. Sizzling strike. The American fans erupt. Brazil responds. Lima feeds Gomez for a sharp goal at 41 minutes. Stunning riposte. The Brazilian crowd roars. First half ends, both sides locked in a fierce duel. The intensity crackles, setting the stage for a thrilling second half. Second half heats up. USA presses with intent, Brazil counters with dazzling skill. This is playoff soccer at its finest. Ribeiro pressures USA's defense, tucks in a goal at 64 minutes. Nascimento keeps the momentum, rockets a shot at 69 minutes. Electrifying blow. The USA defense reels. USA fights back. Goalkeeper Smith launches a banking clear that weaves through Brazil's defense at 84 minutes, giving hope. A final USA rush at 88 minutes glances off the post. And there's the whistle. All in, China versus Nigeria launches the quarterfinals. China's Zhao wastes no time and strikes off, opening the kickoff at 4 minutes for an early lead. a sizzling rivalry pitting Group D's champions against Group C's scrappy runners-up. China rides high after dominating their group, while Nigeria, buoyed by 3 prior upset quarterfinals, brims with confidence. Olawale weaves magic, sends a pinpoint cross. Adekunle heads it home at 26 minutes. Stunning response. Nigeria's supporters roar. China's Zhao spearheads a fierce attack, but Nigeria's Adekunle and Olawale counter with relentless drive. China stumbles late. Their goalie and defender miscommunicate, netting an own goal at 44 minutes. Shocking error. First half closes, the score tight. Nigeria's confidence grows, sensing another upset in the air. Second half sees Nigeria take control. Their offense dictates, keeping marbles deep in China's half. China struggles to break out, pinned back by Nigeria's relentless pressure. The battle rages, every role critical. The crowd whistles at 75 minutes, restless as Nigeria's ball control tightens for a narrow win. Nigeria holds firm, stifling China's attacks. Marbles barely escape China's end, the tension palpable. Time winds down, Nigeria's grip unyielding. This is playoff soccer, raw and unforgiving. And there's the whistle. Game on. India versus South Africa collides in the semi-finals, a gripping rivalry fueled by grit and ambition. India, fresh off a 3-1 upset over Argentina, faces South Africa riding high from a 4-2 rout of Italy. India's attack sparks with tenacity, but South Africa's Botha, a goalkeeping titan, anchors their ironclad defence. India tests early, but Botha thrives, turning away shots with steely resolve. The crowd whistles at 30 minutes, annoyed by cautious conservative play, slowing the game's pulse. India keeps pressing, probing for gaps. Botha's saves stack up, his defence a wall, frustrating India's early fire. First half winds down, both sides locked in a tense standoff. South Africa's defence, led by Botha, holds firm. Second half unfolds, the stakes sky high. South Africa shifts gears, seeking to break the deadlock. Mokoena finally cracks it, nailing a hard bank shot at 60 minutes. Sizzling strike. The South African fans erupt. South Africa switches to ball control, marbles rolling deliberately. They dictate the pace, stifling India's attack. India fights back, but South Africa's defence stands tall. Botha commands, his clean sheet a testament to their resolve. Time ticks down, the finish far from pretty. South Africa's defensive masterclass, led by Botha, grinds out the win. And there's the whistle. Here we go. Nigeria strikes early. Afolabi feeds Adekunle for a double bank shot at 5 minutes. Sizzling strike. The Nigerian fans erupt. Nigeria versus Brazil sets the semi-finals ablaze. A fierce rivalry pulsing with passion and playoff dreams. Nigeria, fresh off a 2-1 upset over China, faces Brazil, who edged the USA 3-2 to advance. Nigeria's Adekunle dazzles with electrifying flair, while Brazil's attack fights to counter his brilliance. Both teams surge, marbles flying with intent. Brazil presses, but Nigeria's defense holds firm, keeping the pace frenetic. First half sees Nigeria dictate, Brazil scrambling. Second half ignites. Adeniyi sets up Adegoke for a deft redirection at 47 minutes. Sharp finish. Nigeria's supporters roar. The intensity crackles, each side hunting for an edge. Adekunle's unstoppable. He rockets a shot past Brazil's keeper at 61 minutes. Emeka banks a pass. Adekunle slots it home at 65 minutes, completing his hat-trick. Brazil's defence falters, confusion reigns. An own goal at 72 minutes, credited to Adekunle, his record fourth. Electrifying chaos. His 7 total goals surely makes him a favourite for tournament MVP. Brazil pushes desperately. Time winds down. Nigeria's grip unyielding. And there's the whistle. Let's roll. South Africa versus Nigeria erupts in the finals, a monumental clash pitting South Africa's ironclad defence against Nigeria's unstoppable offence. Nigeria strikes early. Olawale sets up Adeyemi for a field-length rocket at 9 minutes. Sizzling strike. The Nigerian fans roar. South Africa, fresh off a 1-0 grind over India, faces Nigeria, who crushed Brazil 5-0. Adekunle shines again, netting his 8th tournament goal at 27 minutes. Stunning finish. Nigeria's supporters ignite. South Africa's Botha anchors a defensive fortress, but Nigeria's Adekunle, with 7 tournament goals, leads a relentless attack. First half closes, Nigeria dominating. South Africa digs in, Botha's saves keeping their hopes alive. Second half unfolds, Nigeria shifting to ball control. The crowd whistles at 57 minutes, restless with the slower pace. South Africa fights back, their defence unyielding. Nigeria's attack probes, but Botha and his back line stand firm. Time ticks down, the tension soaring. South Africa pushes desperately, seeking a spark. Nigeria holds tight, their offense and control sealing the deal. This is championship soccer, raw and electrifying. South Africa strikes the post at 87 minutes. Heart-stopping miss. The crowd gasps, the final slipping away, and there's the whistle.